Beloved, we have a divine masculine who is in active hermit mode. Angel numbers 777. This King of Cups, this divine masculine is in hermit mode. Now, this King of Cups has reached, he's completely balanced. He knows exactly where his emotions lie. He's able to discern from being, being a bit too much or not being enough. But this energy, this divine masculine is actively in hermit mode. Why is he in hermit mode? Why is this divine masculine in hermit mode? There is something balancing out in his life at the minute. And I have a feeling it's to do with probably matters of the heart, emotions, matters of the heart and emotions. And just like, anything to do with love and self-love. This divine masculine is going through an awakening almost. There is something balancing in his life right now, there is something balancing out in his life. And he's almost like this hermit mode is propelling him forward into an energy of mental clarity here, It's almost like this is taking this divine masculine right back to the beginning. We've got another page out here, beloved, and we've got another page out here, beloved. It is taking this divine masculine right back to the beginning. Wow. I've never done a reading where I've got all the page, near enough all the pages that would come out. Literally, we're just missing one page. Page of Pentacles not out. But it's almost like this divine masculine had to go into hermit mode to find and to find the balance, so that spirit, the Most High, brought balance into this person's life and has literally taken them back to the innocence of the beginning of all of these different energies, emotional energy, mental clarity, boundaries, and also, passion and fire and drive and creativity and sort of like your inner magic sort of, So wherever this divine masculine was before, he was obviously clearly really up in quite low vibrational energy, like really up in his ego, really up in his pride, really up in his just like being a real CUNT of a masculine, hey? Like very dismissive, a little bit rude sometimes, maybe quite cutting with the way he presented, maybe quite cutting with his words as well. Spirit has literally taken this person, this masculine, through such an awakening to the point now it's just like, no, this is the energy you need to kind of like, this is the energy that you need to embody, like the King of Cups energy, whereby you are balanced within heart and emotions, knowing exactly where you need to place your energy and what you need to do. And it's all because Spirit needed this person to be balanced. They were not balanced before in their emotional energy and spiritual energy, Spirit is saying. And it's almost like this hermit mode was brought on by Spirit. And it was almost like, well, boy, you are literally going to go, you're going to walk when I tell you to walk. You're going to go where I tell you to go. And you're going to stop when I tell you to stop. That's the energy it's giving. And because this person has, been through this awakening now, it's literally, it's almost like all of their physical and emotional and psychological and spiritual energy has been born anew. Like young and fresh and new. Not immature to the state of where they're going to make, like random decisions, but it's almost like it's birthing of new projects. It's birthing of, new fire and passion and new clarity, birthing of, Spirit is saying birthing of new freedom. Wow. And look, we've got the World card out here. It was literally always destiny. It was destiny. Everything that this divine masculine has been through was destiny. Where is this destiny leading this divine masculine right now? Where is it going to lead him to? Where is it taking him to? Ooh. Oh, why has that come out? It's taken him into victory and success. But it's almost like he's had to leave this energy behind. He's had to leave an energy of just feeling rock bottom behind. This awakening was always the destiny of this particular masculine, but there was elements of him that kept on holding on to, I always see the swords as sort of like a trauma. That's how I interpret it, but everybody's different. But it's almost like this person at one point, for a while, did not want to remove the sword from their back. They weren't self-flagellating, but they were very much in an energy of, I don't want to remove these swords from my back because it's safer for me to be pinned down and sort of like held, bound almost by this energy. But this awakening, this hermit mode that was prompted by the Most High, literally flipped the script on this person. Because once they realized that they had to come out of this energy, it literally, look, that's how it came out. Spirit's just like, no, you're going to need to go, you're going into the most happiest timeline of your life, victory and success. And the mental clarity that this person, this divine masculine, is going to have with the blessings that are coming in is phenomenal. You know, he might have thought that he's always had mental clarity, but it's almost like Spirit is saying, no, look, and it's coming fast. And look, this is what the divine masculine is walking towards. Home, life, love. This is what the divine masculine is working towards, and he doesn't even realize it. But this is something, it's almost Spirit saying, this is something that he wants. This is something that he's always wanted and never received, which is why he felt so rock bottom for so long. But with this awakening that he has been going through and the balancing of his emotions with the Justice card, and it's almost like balancing out his energy and the karma that he would have accrued in this life and brought into this life. Now, the Most High is speeding this person towards his divine counterpart, towards this divine masculine's divine home life, where everything is balanced, where the old has closed out and the new opens. This is where this divine masculine is going towards. This is what he's been working on towards. And this divine masculine probably didn't even realize that he was working on moving towards this home life. But he is. Look. He's literally, Spirit saying the demons within this person, the demons within this divine masculine have been tamed. There is somebody that this divine masculine has almost had in their vision, their third eye, that has given them the light to continue walking on their path for healing. Now, this divine masculine might not admit that. It might be like, oh no. And if they don't admit it, then they're still up in their ego. But if this is the healed divine masculine we're talking about, there will be a point where the mental clarity will bring communication in terms of, oh, you were the light that kept me alive. And as such, they're moving towards emotional, materialistic balance, and just balance in emotions, full stop. This is powerful. This divine masculine has literally been through it. This is the energy I'm picking up, you know. But they have worked so hard on themselves. They're literally walking into their destiny right now, their highest timeline, and they probably don't even realize it. But if they